Okay, here's my setup. This is the GH7 with a 12 to 35 f2.8, but I have it at a 5.6 ISO 100. I'm shooting Cine D, and then here is the X1500. It's at 422 10-bit. I tried to match the same codecs, 1/4 shutter speed. I set the gain to 0, so this should be the lowest gain ISO, but I have it at f4 because I have it zoomed in. This is to represent kind of a close-up shot, and then this is more of a wide shot or a medium. That's what I'm trying to simulate in a two camera shoot right here. I have a key light right there. That's sort of a key. I guess that's a fill, that Godox. And then I have another light off to here, which is more of my key. The GH7 can take in a lot more light. It's way more sensitive. So I had to pare it down this much. Panasonic X1500 is not good in low light. So I had to pump a lot of light on that color chart, which would be my interview subject. Way more light than I would need if I was just doing mirrorless. But here, the only benefit I have is the flexibility of a zoom lens. So let's say if the person that I'm interviewing, it gets to be some kind of very touching, intimate moment, then I could slowly zoom in like this into their eyes. Like it's very common in television or in other regular cinematic documentaries where there would be a zoom in, push into their eyes. And I could do that so easily with the camcorder. And that's what's great when shooting documentaries with a camcorder, that you have that zoom lens that you could silently go in. Whereas if I wanted to do anything similar to that on a mirrorless camera with one of these lenses, well, first off, this one's already locked off at like 25, so I can't even go that much tighter. If I go tighter, whoops, that's as tight as it gets. So it's not like it's getting any closer. I would have to punch in post. Let's go back to 25 millimeters. I did set manual white balance, but even when I set manual white balance, I don't think the white balance is close. So how you set the white balance on both cameras is that you put I put a gray card where that color chart is. I put a gray card there, and then I zoomed in on each camera and I set the white balance so that it would show accurate neutral grays on both. So whatever the camera settings are to calibrate that white balance on that gray card, that's what you're seeing now. These aren't the preset white balances, because the preset white balances don't match, even on Panasonic to Panasonic. So I try to do as best as I could match that white balance. So the only differences that could be happening is that maybe there's a magenta or green tint, and I got to manually change the tint as well. So that could be an issue. But when I'm going to different locations and shooting sit-down interviews like this, I don't want to fuss too much about with these camera settings. The GH7, like a lot of other mirrorless cameras and cinema cameras, it's pretty easy to set white balance, manual white balance. But this camcorder, you would think that it would be easier, but and it is in its own way easier. And if I had multiple X1500s, this wouldn't be an issue. But since I am trying to match these cameras together, I thought I could. We'll see what the footage looks like. And if you have an opinion, please leave it in the comments. And maybe I'm doing something wrong here as far as trying to match these cameras. I know a lot of people are going to say, don't even try to match them. they're apples and oranges. Don't even try to cut them together. But I'm just want to see what it looks like. Okay, that was a test.